The question is x minus 1/2 and x plus 1/4, 1/4. And the instructions tell us to multiply. So what we want to do here is we want to multiply every single part of this binomial to every single part of this binomial. So it's going to look something like this. We're going to want to multiply the x times the x, and then we're going to want to multiply the x times the 1/4. Then we're going to want to multiply the negative 1/2 to this x, and we're going to want to multiply the negative 1/2 to the 1/4. So let's go ahead and write that out. So we had x times x, that was our first portion. Then we have x times 1/4. Then we have negative 1/2 times x. And then we have negative 1/2 plus, it's not true, we're going to say multiply. We want to multiply those two guys. Negative 1/2 multiply 1/4. Now let's go ahead and just do our math. We have x times x, that gives us x squared. X times 1/4 gives us 1/4 x. Negative 1/2 x times x gives us negative 1/2 x. And then we have negative 1/2 times 1/4. This is going to be negative 1/8, right? Because whenever we're multiplying fractions, we just go straight across. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. All right, now that we have all of this in a row, let's go ahead and put it together in a question or horizontal. So we have x squared plus 1/4 x minus 1/2 x minus 1/8. Now we have a long string. And what we want to do now is look for common terms, and it looks like we do. We've got this 1/4 x minus 1/2 x. So let's go ahead and do that over here. We have 1/4 minus 1/2. Remember that when we're subtracting fractions, we need to come up with a common denominator. So that gives us 1/4 minus 2/4. If we make a common denominator of 4 here, that becomes 2/4. Then we want to subtract, so 1 minus 2 is negative 1, and that's negative 1/4. So we have x squared minus 1/4 x minus 1/8. None of these common terms, none of these terms are common, and so that is going to be our final answer. X squared minus 1/4 x minus 1/8.